All right, let's set the scene. Tuesday, you get a huge win in Columbia without Nate Ament, and everything you needed to go right happens, right? Kentucky loses, all the losses that needed to happen happened. Missouri, which means you controlled your own destiny into a double bye. And then on Saturday, no Nate Ament again, and Vanderbilt raced out to a 15-2 lead and went on to beat Tennessee 86-82, which means they will now play Thursday, mid-afternoon, and if they win that game, then they would play Friday against Vanderbilt in a rematch of the 5-4 game, Tony.
Yeah, 15-2, and that's all she wrote. I mean, Tennessee never led in the game.
Nope.
And really problematic. Vandy, and I tell our players all the time, when you've beaten a team and you play them again, the competitor on the other team, they want to beat you so bad.
Yeah.
And they want to beat you on the venue where you beat them at, their home court. And Vandy was ready to play, Jason, and they came out storming, and we came out stagnant, and the result is not what we wanted.
Yeah, when you beat a team the first time, the losing team is going to make the adjustments and correct all the mistakes that they made. Well, if you're the winning team, how many mistakes are you correcting because you won the game? Tennessee was without Nate Ament, who's averaging, almost 20 points per game, was playing hot in the back half of the season, so he wasn't playing, but that's not an excuse. This year, Rick Barnes decided to go with the senior day festivities before the game rather than after the game, and I feel like Tennessee was flat, and it's really hard emotionally to go through that at the beginning of the game and then flip the switch, come out, and have the intensity, have a sense of urgency that you need when you're playing in a game like this. Senior days are normally designed to play teams who are not good, right? So that way you can come out flat, still win, but those days are over when you're playing against, a Vanderbilt basketball team that's increased their resources and they have better players, and this battle has been, tougher over the last couple of years. But I was looking for a positive. I expected the result. I didn't think Tennessee would win the game, but I was looking for a positive that we can take with us for when Nate Ament comes back, and I think we found that in Amari Evans and his performance tonight, or on Saturday.
When you look at this first time since 2010 that Vanderbilt beat a ranked Tennessee team at Food City Center, first time in Vanderbilt history that football, women's basketball, and men's basketball all won in Knoxville in the same academic year. The thing that strikes me, though, is what Jason just said. You were right there. Now, you lengthened the game the last minute and a half, and honestly, I thought it was fantastic because, you didn't think they got that thing pretty close, lost by 4. But you did it with no Nate and Jacoby Gillespie, who I know he made he ended up with 17. He made some layups, some free throws down the stretch, but he was pitiful from beyond the arc, right? He was ice cold and has been the last few games. And you were still right there because of what Jason just said, because Amari Evans, had 24 points. Right. JP Estrella had 20 for a second consecutive game. To me, there are positives to take out of this. In a perfect world, you'd love to have the double bye, but with Nate missing, a week and a half, 2 weeks here, I think getting a knock the rust off game before you rematch with Vanderbilt sets up better than had you won this game and played Vanderbilt in the same game with Vanderbilt playing on Thursday and you playing on Friday.
Well, let's get down to the nuts and bolts of the basketball game. The two marquee players, backcourt performance coming into the game, was at the one end of the spectrum and the other end of the spectrum. Jacoby, 5 for 22, 1 for 11 from 3, and 5 turnovers. That's not going to get it done. And Tanner, I think he missed 1 or 2 shots, and I know he missed 1 free throw, scored over 20-something points. He was the difference. He made plays. What Jacoby didn't. Down 4 with about 15 seconds to go, I believe it was, Austin.
Yeah,
and
he got the ball back.
Yeah, and he got that 3. He shot that 3, and that would have took it to a 1-point game. and anything could have happened. So it's a
One hesitated
performance.
and hesitated. Like
Yeah.
if he had shot it, then he ended up taking doing a step back, and that was short. Do you think it would have been better to just have shot it in rhythm there instead of hesitating the way he did there with 15 seconds to go? Or does it matter?
No question about it. But with the time ticking down, he rushed it a little bit. But let's go back to the positive. The positive, JP Estrella, 20 points and 10 rebounds. And Jason, he looked like he could score in the low post. I mean, they were actually making low post entries to him, and he was going over the defense. One other time, he went up and under, step, and got to the basket. And I was really impressed with him. And obviously, Amari Evans played a really good game. In my estimation, I think he should stop hunting the threes because, that's not his forte. That's not his strength. His strength is getting downhill.
He's a load, and he's good with contact.
Yeah, no question. No, that's a good point. He is good with contact, but that's a positive to come out. On the negative end, at the end of the game, it was a milk carton with Daniel Brown's picture on it because he and Jalen Carey was nowhere to be found on this particular instance, Jason.
Yeah, Carey and Dwayne Brown just didn't really add much to the game. I don't think they had to use any ink at all for their stat sheet because they didn't do much at all. But Amari Evans, if you're open, you shoot it obviously, but hunting the 3-point shot, that's not his game.
Yeah.
He did a good job of making a three, top of the key when he was open.
Yep.
I think the next possession or the two after that one tried to hunt his shot in an air ball. That's not his game. But finishing around the basket, shooting the passing lanes, he had a nice steal where he finished on the other side. His toughness is definitely needed. And I think that was a big positive for the game. Estrella would have given you more. He had foul trouble in the first half. Rick Barnes, he sits guys.
He didn't
that picks
get
up
one
that
shot attempt in the first half.
Yeah, he sits guys who get that second foul. Yeah. So he didn't play a lot in the first half, but that is a matchup that's in Tennessee's favor when Tennessee plays Vanderbilt again. Then you get a mint back. A lot to learn from in this game, and I just don't think Jacoby Gillespie will go 1 for 11 again from three. And then defensively, again, we can't talk about how we're so great defensively when Vanderbilt shooting 53% from the field and 50% from three. Like, you got to sit down, you got to guard people, you got to keep them out of the paint.
During that 5 to 8 minute stretch in the second half when Vandy was holding on to that 7 to 11 point lead and it was teetering back and forth, but then open threes right there in front of Vandy's bench, at least 3 or 4 times, wide open threes. And that can't happen if you're trying to, come back from a big time deficit. 17 points, down 17 points. That's a lot of real estate to make up. And obviously at the end they couldn't do it.
And they kept creeping back in and then Vanderbilt would hit a big three and kind of kill the momentum. And then even there late, I thought the Wizard of Oz broke out there in the last 30 seconds when Amari Abram went to the line. I thought it was the Tin Man without the oil. It was like, I mean, he hadn't seen any action. All of a sudden, he's asked, "Hey, go make these 2 free throws." We've not seen you since non-conference play.
I was happy it at least hit the rim because as soon as he shot it, I said, "Oh my goodness, is it going to hit the rim?" And it bounced off hard. To his credit, he made the second one. But
he adjusted.
Yeah,
he adjusted.
Right?
He
adjusted. No question. But again, on the positive end, Felix Apara was just he was the demon as far as being a rim protector and blocking shots.
Blocking shots, had some tip outs too, offensive rebounds.
Like volleyball there at one point. They had like six straight tip outs. All right, we're going to talk more about Tennessee. We'll talk about the SEC tournament. Where would you like to see Tennessee? Right now, they're on the 6th line for the NCAA tournament, according to Joe Lunardi. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? We'll talk about it next, right here on The Locker Room.
Like a blast from the past, the Super Dealer is back. Look to the skies, Knoxville. The Super Dealer is fighting for price, service, and the American-made. Ted Russell Ford is your Super Dealer, a beacon of hope in a world of high prices. Ted Russell Ford is East Tennessee's #1 volume Ford dealer. Come see the Super Dealer today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive or Kingston Pike.
Hi, I'm Laura Ash. I'm a State Farm agent here in West Knoxville. I love to serve all of East Tennessee for all of your home, car, life, and business insurance. If you need anything insurance related, give us a call at 675-0888.
I'm Tennessee basketball player JP Estrella. Let me give you a tour here of the offices at Knoxville Smiles. Dr. Costa is placing implants with a robot, and it's all done digitally. There's no guessing with this since it's all robotic. Dr. Wilco is the newest addition to the office. He loves to research the latest and greatest in technology, so the other doctors go to him for the newest product information and techniques. Dr. Malone is building teeth in the mouth. To him, cosmetic bonding is more like artwork. He does this without cutting your teeth down. It's all about building them up. Guys, we still have a problem. Do y'all have a bigger chair?
Hi, honey. I know you're super busy right now, but I ordered some ribeyes and a few other things for curbside pickup at Food City. Can you grab it on your way home?
Sure thing, hon. Gotta run. Wait, did you get some of those twice baked potatoes? Okay, love ya. Really gotta run.
Got a lot going on? Let the professional shoppers do the work for you. Just set a pickup time and your groceries will be ready. Try curbside pickup at Food City today.
Oh, sorry. We need dog food, too.
Food City is your tailgating headquarters, whether it be football season, basketball season, or even this baseball season as the Diamond Vols get the big series win over Wright State as we head into SEC play next week. Tennessee will go to Georgia. You do a lot of tailgating over there at Lindsey Nelson Stadium when the Vols are on the road. Guys, Tennessee currently on the 6th line, according to Joe Lenardi. It could easily get back up to the 5 line because let's face it, I mean, them and Vanderbilt are kind of flipping spots. If you rematch and you get the win 2 out of 3 against the Dores, you probably flip them. Is it better to be a 6 versus a 5 though? Because 6, you're going to be in there with the 2s and 3s on that side of the bracket versus being over there with the 1.
During my tenure, playing in the NCAA tournament, as a coach, you look at that, and obviously we would rather be a 6 seed than a 5 seed because the 5-4s, they're going to play 1s. And, the 6 seed play the 2 or 3. And that's important because, the reason they seed it like it is, the NCAA tournament committee, they want chalk. They want chalk. They want, the favorites to win. So they can make the type of money that they make. But I think a 6 seed would be ideal. But, they got to be consistent. They got to play consistent basketball, and they have to play better defense. People are scoring the basketball on them, and it's supposed to be a good defense. We are rebounding the basketball. We out-rebounded Vandy by 9, and multiple occasions we got second and third shots. And even one time, it looked like they may have gotten 6 or 7 offensive rebounds that one time down on Vanderbilt's end. But we have to continue to do that if we're going to have any success in the SEC tournament.
Yeah, the ones this year look tough, so you want to avoid them for sure. The Floridas and the Dukes, the Kansas, not Kansas, Arizona, Michigan. Those guys look tough to deal with, so you certainly want to avoid them as long as you can. For me, it's about just playing well and the matchup being in your favor. But you said it. I mean, I think defensively, that has to tighten up. I think it starts with your point guard, starts with your guard play, keeping guys out of the paint, because that's how you get open shots. Is someone's coming to help and they're doing a good job of moving the ball, and before you know it, someone has an open shot. And Saturday that was the case, versus Vanderbilt, where Vanderbilt had a couple opportunities to shoot open shots in their bench, right there next to their bench, and they shoot it celebrating with their guys, they're throwing up the 3 sign. Yeah. You don't want open shots. And so I think defensively, we got to get better. It doesn't matter if you rebound, all that great, if you don't play defense, if you don't make shots around the rim. So we got to be better there.
Rick says he expects Nate Ament to be back, for the SEC tournament next week.
Me too.
We're gonna need him back.
Yeah, I expect
I
him
mean,
back.
when you miss, he's not missed like a month, right? He's gonna miss, a couple of games. Will there be how much rust is there, Tony? And how do you ease him in without going go?
It's going to be a little rust, no question about it. Is he going to be a little bit hesitant, And, they're keeping it close to vest of, is it a knee? I mean, well, obviously we know about the ankle. What's the severity of the knee? 1-1 without Nate. But this is the deal. We've lost 3 out of our last 4 basketball games. We lost to Missouri, we lost to Alabama, and then we lose this particular game. Let's hope, I don't care, with Nate Ament coming back, let's hope the losing just not creeping in. Because like I said last week, I knew we were going to beat South Carolina. They're one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah.
Yet they won Saturday.
They did. They did. Who did they beat?
Was it Ole Miss?
They beat Ole Miss at Ole Miss. Sure did. They beat Ole Miss. A guy hit a shot at the buzzer. They won by 3. That's exactly right. But he's going to be a little rusty, but obviously we know the type of talent Nate is. I mean, he's a top 10 NBA draft pick. And I think with him back, and then if we can get continued stellar play from Amari Evans, and then we can maybe hopefully Dwayne Brown or Jalen Carey can do something off the bench. Then we'll be in play to get playing better. Let's just talk about playing better. Let's don't worry about advancing in the SEC tournament. Let's just talk about playing better and let the results handle themselves.
And in Tony's language, that means they're going to win the national title. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the Lady Vols. Another tumultuous week for Kim Caldwell and her group as they get bounced early at the SEC tournament. We'll talk about it next on The Locker Room.
At Ted Russell Lincoln Knoxville, we know your time is valuable, and we know that service needs can pop up at unexpected times. That's why we bring the Service Center to your home or office. With our mobile service, you can receive the vehicle maintenance you need at your time and place. We take care of oil changes, battery replacements, brake services, diagnostic scannings, and more. Book an appointment online or call us today. Ted Russell Lincoln Knoxville, where luxury vehicles come with luxury treatment.
This water makes my hair so dry and brittle.
AquaClear can fix that.
Jeez, I hate the way my water smells.
AquaClear can fix that.
No matter how much lotion I use, my skin is always so dry.
AquaClear can fix that.
I was coming home and a lady hit me head on. It totaled my car, it fractured my right heel, and it bruised me up really badly. The Garza law firm, they were very compassionate, but yet they were very detailed. They didn't let me down. They never stopped fighting. It helped me regain confidence in law firms. I would definitely recommend the Garza law firm.
The Garza law firm. Let us help.
So the Lady Vols were one and done over in Greenville, South Carolina. They get bounced by Alabama. Did not look very good. Talasia Cooper played, like 11 minutes. 2 minutes in the second half, was benched. Coach's decision. Question is, Jason, do we see her again wearing a Lady Vol uniform?
I think we see her in the NCAA tournament, but I think after that, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's best for the program and probably Talasia Cooper to go separate ways. You needed her to be more of a leader this year, and you didn't get that from her. And you needed your older players to be more of leaders, and you didn't get that at all. So the question is, who is going to be on this roster next year, and who will Kim Caldwell bring in? I think it makes it where you got to spend more time doing your homework on transfers. And also, you know this from your time covering recruiting. When you're recruiting a high school player, you know that person because you've talked to them for 2-3 years. You've recruited
or you
them.
have a good feel. Now, I mean, they can pull the wool over your eyes.
Yeah, but
you have a pretty good feel for it.
You're doing research for 2-3 years.
It's a car wash in the portal.
Exactly. So you got to spend more time understanding what you're getting and making sure that's a fit with your roster and your team and your culture. And this program needs a culture reset as well too. So it looks like these coaches and these players are just ready to kind of part ways with how the interaction we saw in the SEC tournament, how the girls played. You know, the dead balls you see Alabama players huddling. We wasn't really doing that. So it's a hot mess. Let's just be honest, and you know we'll see what happens in the NCAA tournament.
Tony, at the end of the day, they're average. I mean, Alabama got 25. They were well on their way to 100. They're basically giving up about 100 a game. It feels like just the defense is not there. We talk about the defense not necessarily being Rick Barnes-esque with this men's team. The women's team, I mean, it's Olay, take a layup. I mean, how many times they sat in that press the other night and they just kept getting layup after layup. That's like breaking the press on air for my daughter's middle school team.
To piggyback on Jason's point, chemistry and cohesion, that's very important. You know, culture. That's what we talk about as coaches. And I just didn't see it the other night. We just don't seem, it seemed like it was several different entities out there playing the game of basketball. And that means selfish play. It didn't look like it was a lot of team ball. It looks like it was just lofting up threes. Threes that was questionable.
Threes that they don't make, okay? I mean, she's recruited kids to shoot that can't shoot. Right. Like they are, it's painful to watch them shoot threes. Mm-hmm. Like, it's one thing when, like, Jacoby, as you said, went 1 of 11. That's the exception, right? Yeah. Like, that's not the rule. Like, the rule is with the Lady Vols this year, they can't shoot, period. And yet they continue to do it. No defense and a lot of threes equals getting blown out or beaten pretty bad.
A lot of turnovers. Go ahead, Jason.
Well, it's painful to watch them play, period, right now, to be honest, because
you do wonder about the want to.
Because you see the body language. Yeah. Like, you don't have to say anything when you see the body language. The body language says that they don't want to play hard. They don't want to be out there. They don't believe in what they're doing. You can see it. And so there's no reason to watch it. But we do anyways because it's the Lady Vols, and we're so, I think, programmed. Anytime Tennessee plays, we're watching it. But it's hard to watch, and it's been hard to watch.
And yet, you know, Danny White on the Sports Animal this week on Sports Talk said she's done a great job. Now,
well, he was trying to support his coach publicly.
You can support,
but that was
without
wrong choice.
Saying
that was wrong
words.
choice of words.
You can back her. You can have her back without saying and call a spade a spade.
You can't do that. You can't say that. You're right. You can't say that. No.
As a coach, we talk a lot about body language.
Yep.
And we tell our players, body language is not silent. It screams at you. Look at me. Look at me. And I don't see a team that's interested in being out there. From a coach's perspective, I don't see, you know, like you mentioned, they're not huddling up. There's not a lot of interaction, you know, doing dead balls and things of that nature. And consequently, it plays into the overall performance. Turnovers was they're a big key in the game against Alabama. They was turning the ball over left and right. And then Alabama was off to the races, and 9 times out of 10, there were layups.
We're off to the races because they're screaming at me in the back. It's break time. We'll be back with the final segment of The Locker Room right after this.
Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair is proud to be celebrating 70 years of serving East Tennessee. That's 70 years of old school customer service, trustworthy auto repair, and of course, great deals on tires. Each one of our 5 convenient East Tennessee locations feature family-friendly waiting areas, and you can schedule appointments and search for tires right on our website at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown values. For 70 years and counting, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Hello, I'm Dr. Joel Ash, a Knoxville native and the owner of Ash Chiropractic and Wellness. We would like to help you on every step along your health journey, whether that's chiropractic care, soft tissue work, or diet and exercise help. I'm located in the Renaissance Plaza. You can give me a call at 865-671-1000.
Hi, I'm Matt Marshall with Exterior Home Solutions.
Hi, I'm Dustin Woodson, also with Exterior Home Solutions.
We are now easier than ever to find, right off of I-75 and Merchants Road.
It's a new location, but the same trusted expertise in roofing and siding that you've come to trust over the past 25 years.
Local quality craftsmanship, licensed and insured.
For the best and most trusted name in roofing and siding, scan the QR code on your screen.
Exterior Home Solutions, when it has to be the best.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank, life made better.
I was coming home, I had a flat tire. Well, the local authorities proceeded to ask me some questions, and then that led to my arrest. There were some facts that needed to be presented that could help me with my case. I was exonerated. I would contribute that to Mr. Garza and his staff's efforts. He assured me that he would do all within his power to assist me in seeing this through.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Wherever you are across the great state of Tennessee, Marcos Garza and the Garza Law Firm can help you. Why hire an out-of-state lawyer to handle your in-state issues? Visit garzalaw.com and get the help you need whenever the challenges come your way. Keys to the game, brought to you by Garza Law. Jason, we'll start with you.
Got to minimize those turnovers. Too many in the first half of the Vanderbilt game. Never had an opportunity to win that game after that. Strong perimeter defense, that's where it starts for this basketball team. That has to improve. And then you got to convert the offensive rebounds. It's one thing to get it, but last time I checked, James Naismith said putting the ball in the basket is what helps you get points and win games, not rebounds. So we got to put the ball in the basket more.
My keys, we got to get healthy. First of all, Nate needs to get back and, bring us a spark. Troy went out with a shoulder. Bishop Boswell had been sick all week, and let's just get healthy going into next week. And then overall consistency. This is what Rick Barnes harped on his post-game radio show. We're just not consistent, and that's why we've lost 10 games. It's either on the defensive end, it's either on the offensive end. A lot of breakdowns. They need to be consistent, and then we need some bench scoring. I alluded to it earlier about Dwayne Brown. I don't know what's happened with him the last few games. It's like he's not even been out there. Jalen Carey, he needs to play better. Can we get anything from Ethan Bird coming off the Oak? We need something to occur with these rotation players, Austin.
As for me, and I'll close this out, just get Nate healthy. And ultimately, I think what Jason said to start the show with Amari Evans, when Amari Evans enters the game, likely for Nate Amen, because he's going to need a spell, he needs to have the same intensity, same focus, look in his eye that he had today, because he knew he had to be a key part of the scoring. I'd like to see him continue to do that. Keep giving it to JP Estrella. That's it for tonight's show. Mark will be back next week. I will not. This is my last appearance for the year. I'll be back in August. We will see you guys then, and we'll see you guys next week.